Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson get in a shouting match over Iran. I think it's very important we do talk about Iran. Now, Tucker Carlson is, in my opinion, look, yes, was he in support of Donald Trump? Was he with Donald Trump when they were going to those UFC fights with Kid Rock, Tulsi Gabbard, Joe Rogan, RFK Jr., everyone was there. Hell, 2024 seemed like to be a rosy year, a good year, a nice year, a happy-go-lucky year. However, let's be clear on this. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That year is over. And so now Tucker is being vilified by people on the right, especially large right-wing influencers, of being on Saudi or Iranian payroll or something of that nature, just like how liberals said that Tucker Carlson was on Russia's payroll. Look, I'm not expecting much from Tucker Carlson when it comes down to Israel. I mean, he says he supports it, but he's against the war. Again, what he's really saying is, hey, this war between Israel and Iran could drag the United States in. All right, just getting down to the nitty gritty, just being the bare bones minimum. And the thing is, not a single U.S. politician can really describe or even articulate why we need to be involved in this war. Because, I'm hearing that Coca-Cola classic line of Iran has weapons of mass destruction. I remember another country sounding like Iran, called Iraq. And I remember the propaganda surrounding that saying, oh, no, they have WMDs. Do they have WMDs? Do they? Well, let's check out this shouting match between Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz. Let's play it.
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay. Yeah.
How could you not know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's,
because
it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia.
You should know this, Teddy. Teddy. You should bloody well know this. Because, if we're going to be going to war, you should kind of know a little bit about the people. You should kind of know why. Why? What's the reason? Should we be involved in this war at all? Period.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's,
because
it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay,
it's not even. You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it.
Wow, an argument. Well, I mean, listen, Mr. Senator, you should kind of know. We'll rewind that again one more time.
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay,
it's not even. You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump?
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right.
Israel was. Are we? Hold on. Say that again.
Can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump?
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
What?
You really believe that?
We're carrying out military strikes today.
It's against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
We? What? I'm sorry. Hold on. What's this we bullshit? What's this we stuff? Thought it was only Israel. What do you mean we? Excuse me, but an inquiring mind wants to know, because if we are doing this, does that mean we are involved, Mr. Ted Cruz? Did you slip out something? Did you give out a secret sauce? Did you pull out something that you shouldn't pulled out of? What'd you say? What'd you say? Because I think I want to know. Say it again.
Strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that,
carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right. With our help. I said we. Israel is leading.
See, that's the thing about lies. You know, we all know about lies, right? Here we go with lies.
All lies will be exposed.
You heard it. We. Wesley Donaldson. What's the surprise, kid? Are you shocked by this? No, I'm not shocked by this, but I am saddened by it.
Leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here, because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting
this is
Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
I kind of want to know. But there's something else here that's a little bit frightening. Something else here that's kind of a little bit scary. That should kind of make you a little bit scared here. This also took place during the interview. About, like, you know, Ted Cruz confirmed a couple of things. That's not too good.
Does Mossad share all of its intelligence with us?
Oh, probably not, but they share a lot. We don't share all of our intelligence with them, but we share a lot. It's a close alliance.
Do they spy domestically in the United States?
Oh, they probably do, and we do as well. And friends and allies spy on each other. And I assume.
Why?
Why do friends and allies spy on each other?
Does Mossad share all of its intelligence with us?
Oh, probably not, but they share a lot. We don't share all of our intelligence with them, but we share a lot. It's a close alliance.
Do they spy domestically in the United States?
Oh, they probably do, and we do as well. And friends and allies spy on each other. And I assume all of our allies spy on us.
And that's okay with you?
You know what? One of the things about being a conservative is that you're not naive and utopian. You don't think humans are all. Part of the reason socialism doesn't work is the
Yes, blame socialism. Say it again.
With you?
You know what? One of the things about being a conservative is that you're not naive and utopian. You don't think humans are all. Part of the reason socialism doesn't work is the mantra from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs doesn't work. As a conservative, I assume people act in their rational self-interest.
So it's conservative to pay people to spy on you?
It's conservative to recognize that human beings act in their own self-interest, and every one of our friends spies on us. And I'm not.
Do you like it? That's my question. I'm not asking whether they have motive to do it. Of course they do. I understand that. And by the way, I'm not mad at them. But you're an American lawmaker, so I just want to know. Hold on. I want to know your attitude. Yeah. You said that your guiding principle, in fact, the only principle, the only criterion.
I said guiding. The over. By the way,
I'm not mad at them. But you're an American lawmaker, so I just want to know. Hold on. I want to know your attitude. Yeah. You said that your guiding principle, in fact, the only principle, the only criterion.
I said guiding, the overwhelming. I wouldn't say only.
Is it in America's interest? Is it in America's interest for Israel to spy on us, including on the president?
It is in America's interest to be closely allied with Israel because we get huge benefits for it. And you want to see the clearest.
But I just want to stop on the spying for a second. That it takes place, as you know, and including on the president of the United States and several precedents. And I just want to know if that's okay and why is it okay? Wouldn't an American lawmaker say to a client state, you're not allowed to spy on us? I'm sorry. I know why you want to. I'm not mad at you, but you're not allowed to.
Sure.
And I don't care for it. I don't want to be spied on by you. It's kind of weird not to say that, but you don't seem able to say that.
Interesting, folks. Very, 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 very interesting. So there's a lot to take away from this. There is a lot to take away from this. That we're being spied in on, that we're being viewed. And I wanted to play that in its full entirety for all of you. But we are in a nightmare. We're being spied. We're being looked into. And yes, did Ted Cruz get smacked around and destroyed? Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes, he most certainly did. And oh, yes, yes, my lovelies. Ted Cruz did get owned. And I want to pull up something else here, just so that we can be consistent in sharing, because there was an article here from Politico. Ted Cruz versus Tucker Carlson's conservatives clash over Iran policy. So Senator Ted Cruz, a conservative talk show host, conservative talk show host, Tucker Carlson got in a heated exchange in a sit-down interview for Carlson's program, sparring over Cruz's support for military intervention in Iran, despite his apparent lack of knowledge about the country, as President Trump appears to be poised to take direct military action on it. As the United States stands on the precipice of a direct engagement with another, again, country in the Middle East, which Trump historically and isolationists has long promised to avoid, a growing rift has emerged within the GOP over isolationists and interventionists, including between Tucker Carlson and Cruz. Now, this has been a clip that's been sharing all over social media, in which Ted Cruz had no answer whatsoever about the population or the ethnic makeup of Iran. Listen, Iran is a country with a rich history, a rich culture, rich people. Now, Cruz did lash out, and he can't even figure out even if killing General Somali was a good idea. Well, guess what? It was a bad idea all around to be instigating this hornet's nest. It was a 2-hour interview. But what did we learn? First of all, number one, we're being spied in on. Number two, our leaders are being spied in. Number three, there's a lot of control here. And number four, we're being led by hand into a war. So if you thought that, I don't know, either Tulsi Gabbard or somebody in Trump's administration was going to make sure that he was not going to lead us into World War III, I'm sorry. No, you're wrong. There's a very good chance, and I'm scared about it too, folks, that we are going into a war that we cannot walk out of, a war that we cannot escape. And I'm frightened about it. I'm scared about it. So please, everyone, keep your heads on a swivel and drink water. This is an example of how our politicians aren't aware, or either that don't even care, that there could be a long-term consequence of this war. What they see is dollar signs and more influence. What they see is more power and control. If you're not upset about this, you should be. If you're not scared about this, you should be. I know I am. I'm really worried about it. I am worried about a war. And I'm worried about what can happen to us. But Ted Cruz, he gave his sociopathic answer, as will Donald Trump. And we'll be talking about Donald Trump in the next segment.